Everybody should have a copy of change order number 1, the amount of $8,915. This was for asbestos covered pipes that were found while they were doing the demolition. We had to amend the abatement report, and it got approved by the Department of Health. So I would make a motion that we approve change order for $8,915.
Mr. President?
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Bonneville.
Discussion.
Discussion.
Mr. President, you have to help me remember this. Who did the spec sheet for this job? Did we hire an outside firm?
What do you mean, inspection?
For demolition,
For
asbestos?
the asbestos abatement? Yes, we did.
And who was that?
Emery.
Emery? So, was this an unforeseen? Because if I remember correctly, back in October, November, the council, and I believe it was me and Councilman McGee had some reservations about change orders. And now we're seeing a change order of, let me get the exact numbers, $7,600 for AA asbestos abatement, and then O&P for $1,140. So we have a total of $8,915 change order. We didn't make this change order. This is coming from the contractors. And who missed this?
This is something that was discovered when they opened the walls up. These are the issues that you have when you're doing demolition work and construction work. Emery had to amend his abatement report, and it had to be abated, and had to be tested to get clean air.
So these specs went out for people to bid on. At some point,
There was a plan, an asbestos abatement plan was submitted and approved by the Department of Health, and it was followed. And when they were opening walls up, they discovered another pipe that was encased with asbestos, 200 feet of pipe.
thank you.
Roll call vote?
Mrs. Bottomoli?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Oshia?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
No.
Mr. Vadenais?
Yes. And I'd also entertain a motion that we authorize the administrator to sign change order. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Ogier. Roll call vote?
Mrs. Bottomoli?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara? Yes. Mr. Oshia?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
No.
Mr. Vadenais?
Yes. Next item you have is for approval of pay rec number 1 for Calson Corp. You do have an invoice dated March 1st, 2019 from Calson Corporation. Invoice number 19-9267. Total amount to $230,543.53. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mrs. Bonneville. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. O'Hara. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mrs. Bottomoli?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara? Yes. Mr. Oshia?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mr. Vadenais?
Yes. Discussion by council vote or other action on appointments to town boards and commissions. Asset Management Commission, appointed by the town council. I do not have any new names. I'm still working on it. I know the administrator is working on it as well. It's important that we get this group up and going.
Mr. President, I have a nomination.
You do.
I do. I want to read something, so give me a second to open up an email. Council members, I'd like to nominate Rock Maynard for a position on the Asset Committee. I have here some correspondence from him. I think he's probably one of the most, if not the most, one of the most qualified people we could have working on the board. Give me a second to find it, and I want to read it into the record as to why I want to nominate him. And I had asked him for a resume. He said, let me give you an idea of my experience. I've worked at Blue Cross of Rhode Island for the past 15 years. I currently work in the finance department and report directly to the CFO of the company. I manage a team of 3 analysts. In addition to supporting finance with analytical studies, My team and I support several other areas in the company, such as medical management and marketing with program evaluation studies, return on investment analysis. Return on investment analysis. My business strengths are in statistical analysis, and my team make up a group of involved in advanced analytical methods used in enterprise-level statistical software, example SAS. I am proficient with Microsoft Office products such as Excel, Word, and Access. I have designed and developed a number of different databases that allow non-technical users to access information they need to perform their duties. I have a BS in computer science and a BS in industrial engineering, both from the University of Rhode Island. I'm currently taking graduate level courses in predictive modeling. I'm conscientious and work well in a team environment. Ladies and gentlemen, I've read a lot of resumes in my life. This is probably one of the most qualified individuals I've seen. So I'm going to make a motion that we appoint Rock Maynard to that position.
What term?
Which two?
The longest term possible.
And I second that.
The 1 5-year term, is that correct, Mr. President? Yeah, that's the one I'm nominating for.
There's a motion by Mrs. Lunch, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. O'Hara. Under discussion, you realize Asset Management Commission are looking for engineers, construction people, that type of thing. Not debating Mr. Ruck's financial wizardry, I guess. I'm not debating that. We're trying to get people that understand construction and buildings and engineering. That's the focus of the Asset Management
Yeah,
Commission.
I think Mr. Rock's skill sets will well serve this town. I'm sorry, refresh my memory. How many people have we appointed to this commission?
One.
One, okay.
Mr. Maynard, are you looking for 5 years? Or are you looking to start with the 2 years, or there's,
Whatever the council is like.
There's a motion and a second. Roll call vote.
Mrs. Vadenais?
can I make,
Motion and a second.
yes.
Mrs. O'Hara? Yes. Mr. Oshia?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mr. Vadenais?
Yes.
Congratulations, Rob.
Economic Development Commission, appointed by the Town Administrator, Town Council approval. Still looking. Personnel Board, appointed by the Town Administrator with Town Council approval.
Mr. President, I offer the name of Carol Drainville of Poundville Road for the term, the 3-year term that is available.
Completion of the 3-year term that would expire on 12/1/20.
Yes.
So you've heard the name of Carol Drainville. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mrs.
Second.
Bonioli, second by Mrs. O'Hara. Any discussion? She should be a great asset on that board. She worked really well with us on the charter commission.
It's good.
I think she's looking for something to do right now.
Greatly.
Roll call vote?
Mrs. Vadenais?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara? Yes. Mr. Oshia?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mr. Vadenais?
Yes. And the Sewer Commission, appointed by the Town Council, completion of 1 5-year term that will expire on 12/1/2022. Still no name?
Had one interview, but
Discussion by council vote or other action on resolution establishing a senior citizens commission. Mrs. O'Hara.
The last couple of weeks, I did speak to Linda, show my age wrong, I know SIBO. And because of personal family matters, I was unable to shadow her and seeing what is out there. But at the same time, I will be going to council and hoping to get some people with me that will be meeting when I shadow her in the town. But at the same time, on my travels in town, I stopped at least 25 people, and they're going to the post office, it was down. I said, listen, what do you think the senior center for North Smithfield. Not one person opposed it. They thought it'd be wonderful. I said, well, at the beginning, they said, well, where would it be? I said, right now, only God knows. But there are several places that could accommodate it. I still think people would like it. I don't want to go in with other towns, with certain towns. I just don't think it's that type of camaraderie. And it'll take a month or two as far as going through all this, seeing the feasibility, what grants, et cetera, out there. And with Linda, she's going to inform me, she's been doing this for a long time.
You're getting ahead of yourself, though. We need to create a resolution.
Okay,
There's a resolution
someone was
being-
supposed to...
There's a resolution in your packet.
Okay, I'm sorry, we had family things, so.
Mr. President, I tried to, for the record, I just tried to draft what I thought was the concept. Obviously, for the council discussion. Obviously.
That sounds fine.
So is there a motion
I make a motion,
for a resolution establishing a senior citizens commission?
that's my motion.
Motion by Mrs. O'Hara, is there a second? Second. Second by Mrs. Walensky. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mrs. Bottomoli?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Swansky?
Yes.
Mr. Oshia?
Yes.
Mr. Swansky?
Sorry. Yes.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Mr. President, maybe you could put out this request on behalf of Councilman O'Hara, this would be on the calendar for next week with potential members on. Maybe the council can think about that.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm assuming it would go on the agenda for populating with all the other boards. Next item, discussion by council vote or other action on accessing meetings from home, live stream via the web, tape meetings for Cox Cable, public access TV, Mr. Oshia.
So I think we were just waiting on to see if you were able to.
Yes, I was actually able to transfer the video meetings onto a DVD -R. Sound was great, really worked out well. I'm going to need some more supplies for that. And then also the only drawback is the machine I use, you have to do it at real time. So if it's a 4-hour meeting, it's going to take 4 hours to upload it. But other than that, it works out fine. So just got to get the connection with JPEG.
So is there a budget that we need to set for this going forward? Or-
I'll get you some numbers. But it's going to be the labels for the DVDs, cases, and the DVDs themselves, and that's basically all you need. So it's very, very nominal.
It can be done on the disc, right?
Excuse me?
You can be done on the disc. I mean,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it goes on a disc, and I drop it right off to them by Friday, and was it by Friday? Yeah,
They just need it by Friday.
yeah, and then they'll be able to put it up online on State Internet.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This item, discussion by council vote or other action on approval of Rhode Island Infrastructure Bank commitment letter in regards to loan from Mechanic Street and Old Great Road Waterline, Mr. Uzowski.
Mr. President, members of the council, you have before you the document that, excuse me, we received back in August, or excuse me, July, from the Infrastructure Bank offering the opportunity for financing of the water line to be installed on Mechanic Street and Old Grave Road. This is was the subject of our bond referendum in November, which the voters approved. Since that referendum, I have been working on sundry of different checklists from the Infrastructure Bank. The most significant of which was acquiring the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund Certificate of Approval, which you have in the packet. With that in hand, we are now able to move forward with the the financing request, and I seek your approval of the commitment letter and authority to sign, please. If you recall, this is the financing where we have the ability to borrow up to $968,000, which is the engineer's estimate for the project, with $450,000 of a minimum amount of $450,000 of that loan to be forgiven. And I emphasize minimum in that we are still working with the infrastructure bank to find out what the final amount to be forgiven will be.
Their letter states that, that's the minimum. Their letter states that.
Correct.
The only unknown is the actual cost. So we go out to bid on it.
Right. I am now working on RFP for the design, and we'll be moving that forward as fast as we can.
So is there a motion to accept the letter and authorize the administrator to sign?
So moved, Mr. President.
Motion by Mrs. Zelinski, second by Mrs. O'Hara. Call vote?
Mrs. Vadenais?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Oshia?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mr. Vadenais?
Yes. Next item is discussion by council vote or other action on status of North Smithfield Elementary School floor classroom addition, North Smithfield High School science classroom laboratory renovations. I asked this to be put on here. We discussed it last Monday with the town, with the school committee, I should say. We were looking to have language put in there that wasn't put in there, and it's just a follow-up. Is that taking place?
Mr. President, I spoke with Bill Ryan on Friday morning, what was that meeting, last Thursday? Last Monday?
Monday.
Tuesday morning, and again last week, he was trying to get the two things. One, he was trying to get to the bottom of why the changes were not originally in there as agreed to. That AIA form is operational only to a licensing agreement, so only he can change it.
Well, it's actually not even him, it's somebody else.
And he indicated that he had to get to the bottom of that. I called him again in anticipation of this meeting, and he said to reassure the council that nothing is being held up. He's going to get to the bottom of that. He's going to make the changes. He's going to review it with me to confirm they meet with what we voted on. And outside of something unforeseen, I believe it is a ministerial act.
And once you get that, the administrator authorized, he's already authorized.
It's already authorized.
Just to follow up to make sure that it keeps moving forward and we get it done.
And I would do the same.
Thank you. Discussion by council vote or other action on motor vehicle registration, Mrs. Walensky.
Mr. President, suffice it to say, we have a short memo from the tax assessor, and it's dated February 20th, 2019. I'm satisfied at this point that the police have been monitoring certain locations. That would suffice. It's an ongoing monitoring.
That's all I look for every month anyway, just a written report. I don't need that coming from me, just a report. I would put it into our consent agenda, written report. But you also, that say also about old business, then we just put it in the consent agenda on a monthly basis, so written report. That's cool. New business discussion by council vote or other action on awarded bid for high school auditorium lighting.
Mr. President, I request the council's approval to award the bid for the high school auditorium lighting to Soundstage Systems in the amount of $29,950.
Mr. President, if I may, the memo, of course, I agree with Administrator Bizowski, but we also have the facilities manager, Alan CP, recommending that we do this. We did budget $65,000 for this proposal, and it's coming in at $29,950. So I'm going to make a motion to approve this, awarding the sound and stage system.
Motion by Mrs.
Second.
Walensky, second by Mrs. Bonneville and Mrs. O'Hara. Any other discussion?
And also authority to sign. You will also add that to the motion.
Yes, I'm making the motion. We
Give the signature?
The administrator just indicated he does.
Okay, make a motion to authorize the town administrator to sign this. It's a motion.
Second.
You amend your second.
I amend my second.
Roll call vote.
Mrs. Bottomoli?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Oshia?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mr. Vadenais?
Yes. Next item is executive session under Rhode Island General Law 42-46-5A5. Any discussion or consideration related to the acquisition or lease of real property for public purposes or for the disposition of publicly held property for an advanced public information would be detrimental to the interest of the public. Number one, the Gold Forest property, Plat 10, Lot 24, 203 Douglas Pike and 218 Zero Vanity Road in the Bel Air property, Plat 14, Lot 7 of Douglas Pike, 80 Douglas Pike and 1050 Beachway Road and 2540 Overley Road. There a motion to move an executive session.
Yeah, just for clarification, Mr. President, Mr. Solicitor, David, Mr. Solicitor, we're about to take a vote to go into executive session. Is this the point where I invite Mr. Soares in?
You want to go in after,
Well, the
I think
commission-
let's go in, once you go in, obviously, the council.
Go in and then make that,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
The vote.